Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is not a mug unboxing, but I didn't have any other tiki intro stuff. So because this was kind of like a last minute thing, my name is Jason T. Smith, Jason's Tiki Adventures, Jason Thrifts. With me is old man Merrell. Hi, Kel.
Hiya, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Oh, hey, thanks.
You know what? I take back that thanks. I appreciate being invited. Thank you.
If you don't know why we're here, Kelly and I are about to drink 40-year-old Falernum. Now, Kel, if you wouldn't mind, since you are a bartender by trade, for those who don't know, what is Falernum?
Falernum is a very common ingredient found in classic and modern tiki drinks. It's a flavor that is going to be mostly ginger. You're going to have a strong ginger flavor. It also usually contains a bit of citrus, maybe even a touch of almond. And depending on what recipe you use, a bunch of other stuff also. But it'll often remind people of allspice. Often, a bit more of a ginger bite. It's a very delicious.
That would be allspice right there.
Pimento.
From the man himself, Hamilton.
It's a traditional Caribbean flavor. Yep.
Okay. So the main current Falernum is John D. Taylor, right?
Yeah, that's the most popular liqueur form. You can also find Falernum in syrup form, or if you make it at home, syrup form without the added alcohol.
So this is not the bottle it comes in. This is actually a vodka bottle from Canada, but it's cool. Look at that. So when I get my Falernum, I just put it in this bottle. So what we're going to do is we're going to taste some current, modern, not rancid Falernum for just a wet our whistle. We'll cleanse our palate.
Yes. And also, if those of you don't know, you don't normally drink Falernum straight.
No.
It's nothing, but, we just, so now we can have, oh yeah, please pour more in mine.
No. I'll get some out of yours.
Oh, okay. But that way we can have a nice base pour, right? You can tell I'm super scientific.
You can have a jumping off point.
Yeah, there you go.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, see, that's very, very nice.
That is.
Mm-hmm.
Never drank it straight. That's all right.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
All right. So we'll pull those away. We'll cleanse our palate. Mm-hmm. Now, when I was saying to Kel, hey, you want to do 40-year-old Falernum? He's like, man, this doesn't look 40 years old. I go, 40 years ago was the 80s. It's not like...
Yeah. Now, I was like, this wrap looks really modern, and this cap, he's like, yeah, 40 years ago was the 80s. I'm like, oh, yeah, well.
So this came from a friend who, her neighbors had been in that house, like the family been in that house for 100 years. Hey, Dan. And they were cleaning out because I think mom was going to the old folks' home. And these were sitting in the back of their bar, this bottle and this bottle. They went on a trip to Bermuda like 40 some years ago, and they never opened what they bought. So I needed to find a friend who would try this with me. Thanks, Cal.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right.
Falernum shouldn't be that color. You can find it on the darker side. The Falernum I make at home is going to be in the light brown to mid brown. And then usually the stuff you buy, some of the more popular brands that you can buy of the syrup are going to be in the brownish, but not usually black. Also, it's got some like weird head.
Oh, that just came. Oh, that wasn't holding on any. Oh, hello. All right. Oh, the wives are taking pictures. Oh, there was no like whoosh or nothing.
Are we gonna smell it first, or are you gonna just drink it first?
It don't smell bad.
Oh no, it doesn't at all.
Not at all.
It smells much more like a liqueur than it does a flavor. The alcohol smells stronger on that, which I guess should be expected.
Now, if someone tuned in to see us puke, I don't think that's going to happen.
Also, before we do, I don't know if we pointed out, this is actually from the Gosling brothers.
Yeah.
So, it is a name that we should all recognize, and because they're a pretty major rum producer and ginger beer. Fun fact.
I didn't know we were going to get fun facts. Do tell.
100 some odd years ago, the Gosling brothers made ginger beer, and they still do. They made ginger beer. They did not start with rum. The way they discovered to sell more of their ginger beer is to mix it with rum. And then why don't we just make our own? So there you go. There's the step.
That was a quick history of Gosling.
There's a quick history. God, I hope I remember that story right, or I'll hear.
I was going to show a bottle of Gosling. I don't know where it is
it.
right now.
Yeah, the Gosling brothers, and I think they at one time owned the rights to the name Dark and Stormy.
Yeah.
All right.
I've heard that.
Here we go. 40-plus-year-old Falernum down the hatch.
Salute.
See you on the other side.
It doesn't taste like Falernum
No,
at all and whatsoever, but
not a
it's
bit.
not
But it's not horrible.
bad. It's not. I was afraid it was going to be rancid because it looked like a ton of air had gotten in here. It doesn't taste good, but it doesn't like. I don't know. If I drank that without knowing what it was, I'd just be like, "Oh, that's not my favorite." So, that's a little underwhelming. I think it would make better theater if it were just if we were somehow like revolted.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't
We
expecting
can do
this.
it again and pretend.
I wasn't expecting this to be the bad one, but what if this is the bad one?
Well, okay, so let's talk about what this is.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bermuda Gold liqueur. Well, I just assumed when Jason first showed me that it was a rum, but Bermuda Gold liqueur, and I had to read all over the place, and then it's finally on this little tag.
Oh, there's more recipes
that say exactly what it is. It's a liqueur that starts from the loquat, and the loquat is a non-citrus fruit, I believe, that's pretty common in the Caribbean. So it's a loquat with some gin and I assume a bunch of sugar and then everything else since it's a liqueur. But I don't
gin or rum.
No, well the tag says gin.
Oh, it does. I didn't see that.
Yeah. I don't know what the flavor is supposed to be. I assume it was going to be another kind of all spicy type of typical Caribbean flavor, but the bottle is awesome. It's 35%, which for liqueur is in the fairly higher, but not necessarily high.
Isn't it weird though? It's 35% alcohol, but 61 proof. Shouldn't it be 70?
It's not good math.
That's really weird. 61.1 proof, 34.9% alcohol by volume. It also contains 26 2/3 imperial fluid ounces. It's an English product that was distributed from Canada.
Oh, it's Canadian math.
So if anything else, it'll be very polite.
And then this has been made for 3 centuries, according to the literature on the tag.
Yeah.
3 centuries. So
let's see Bermuda Gold.
all right.
And I'm sure there's people out there that are much smarter than you and me.
So people want to know what that like how you doing?
Yeah.
Want to know what that actually tasted like.
Oh,
Old syrup.
Yeah, it tasted like old. It got real cough medicine-y. It was very pungent, I would say, but not necessarily
Like we're puke and pungent.
Yeah, but we got a little cough syrupy. Well, that smells much nicer.
Yeah.
It's turned. It's not going to taste good, but like
One of the recipes is Sea Venture rum swizzle.
Sea Venture.
Yeah, I never had a Sea Venture before, have you?
You like shake it up.
SEE.
You want me to shake it up? You think there's? I did shake that up the other day.
I didn't look and see if there was sediment.
Yeah,
The bottle's really, really dark. It's
It
hard
is
to tell
super
what's in
dark.
It wouldn't hurt to shake.
Holy crap! You can't see anything in this bottle.
there. Yeah,
If nothing else, the bottle looked good on the shelf.
it's
cool
a nice bottle.
Yeah.
I'm glad they got this bottle and brought it back from Bermuda and then never opened it.
Oh, chunks.
Oh, is there
Oh, no.
chunks?
Oh, there's chunks.
Oh.
Is it chunks?
Way to go! Way to
Fruit
suggest!
flies?
Way to suggest shaking it.
Yeah. I don't think you'll be able to see this, but there are definitely
Not
chunks.
bugs, is it?
No, it's
No.
not
Is it fruit
bugs.
flies?
No, it's just sediment that we just shook.
So this one we're gonna chew.
one.
Cheers, buddy.
Bermuda Gold. Yeah, again, not good, but like it's not revolting.
No,
Um,
I might try a recipe or two. Not tonight, but
yeah, maybe we could strain it first.
yeah.
What do the chunks taste like?
It's like little bonus. It's like bobas.
I tell you what, that tastes a shit lot stronger than 35%. That actually had some heat on it. That
Yeah, I got it now.
I would think that was way stronger. Of course, I'm not a scientist or a mathematician or a chemist, so I don't know what happens to alcohol when it sits in there with sugar. I don't know if if it becomes more alcoholic when it sits in with sugar for so long. But yeah.
So I am gonna, not tonight, obviously, because we're going out to dinner, but I'm gonna try the Sea Venture Rum Swizzle. It's an ounce and a half of Barbados rum, half an ounce of this, juice a half a lime, shake and serve in a cocktail glass.
There's another recipe that says this rum lemon shake and serve in a cocktail glass. So they got two recipes.
Now, should this be refrigerated, do we think?
I doubt it.
Help?
Yeah, I mean, refrigerator. I mean, it's been unrefrigerated for 40 years.
Well,
You're
don't we now?
not going to do anything about it now.
Now, Brian in the chat's jumping ahead of our jokes. If they would have tasted horrible, we had some Malort to rinse out the bad taste in our mouth. Now, most of you have no clue what this means. Those of us who know Malort, this is what you give your friends who have never had it when they come to your bar, and then everyone watches their face. This is so bad that it didn't get pulled during Prohibition because they convinced them it was medicinal.
Mm-hmm.
And so think of Robitussin. Think if Robitussin got sat in a tire in the sun in Vegas for 3 weeks and then that threw up. That's Malort.
Yeah, it's a Chicago thing. Like people in Chicago are fiercely loyal to their Malort, and they love it that no one likes it besides them. But I don't think they like it either. They just pretend they do.
Hey, Don, what's happening? There is a Malort Mai Tai at Swizzle in Dallas.
Oh, okay.
And so two of my admins, Aaron and Matthew, live in Dallas, and they haven't tried it yet. I go, I'm coming to visit this year.
Mm-hmm.
Save it for me. We'll do the Malort Mai Tai together.
Oh,
so.
Okay. And we, my buddy Damien and I hosted a game show at Tiki Caliente one year, a few years ago. And it was like a 70s style game show. And the way we got people to not answer out of turn, you have to raise your hand. And if you shout out the answer without raising your hand, you have to do a shot of Malort. And we thought, well, God, then people are going to do it on purpose just to get a free shot. Nope. After the first person was caught and punished, hardly anyone. We did manage to go through about half the bottle in half an hour. So it's so bad that people didn't want it free.
Can you imagine? You're at an event.
A drinking event
where the entire weekend is only about drinking, and people went, no, I'll pass. Because I've drank some bad shit in my life, but I'm like,
yeah, if it's free,
that's not a good Mai Tai, but it's there. So, this, no.
Yeah.
No. Because what happens with it, like most booze you drink, and the taste is there for a minute, and then it goes away. This flowers in your mouth and keeps going.
It sticks.
Yeah.
I heard someone mentioned Fernet there, like Fernet, which there's a lot of people that also pretend that they like Fernet because they think they're supposed to, especially, San Francisco or anywhere on the West Coast. But Fernet is like a freshly made chocolate eclair compared to Malort. Like it's pretty bad. I happen to like Fernet. I just had a little bit of Fernet last night, but it's not for everybody.
Oh no, Jägermeister is yummy compared to Malort.
Jaeger's delicious.
I wouldn't go that far.
It has a flavor.
Yeah.
Versus what the heck does Malort?
Oh, you know what? Let's end on
What is Malort made of? Like what's
It's
herbal? Right?
It's originally so Jepsen. He's a Swedish guy who basically was making a like traditional Scandinavian liqueur, very like anise, like you'll find all over Europe. So it's essentially just kind of made it for him and his Swedish buddies in the Chicago area. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to get the story wrong, but then there was he sold the company to someone else who then bought it specifically to sell as something kind of like ironic and gross. And it just took off from there. Especially in the Chicago area.
All right.
I think it is like herbal, almost like agua or something, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Let's just drink it, Jason.
I've never been brave enough to try it.
I don't think.
Well, actually, I got something good. We're gonna finish with something good.
Oh, okay.
Like we did like.
Yeah.
God, you know what the
cat,
bad thing is? It doesn't smell that bad.
No,
it's not.
But it does. It just it cakes the inside of your mouth and it doesn't go away.
That's the.
Okay, are you in for a good shot?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll have you guys come over here too. We'll do it together.
Okay.
So I'm pouring something that you can't get in the States,
Where is?
and it's quite yummy.
It's called 40-year-old Falernum.
No.
Here you go, honey.
Bye, babe.
Prop.
Oh yeah. One in front of the camera. While I pour. So you know how you get the little airplane bottles?
Mm-hmm.
That was the airplane bottle for this booze back in the day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a hell of a bottle. All right, so come on over here, you two.
Nassau Royale.
Ladies, please join us. Our wives are here. They're waiting for us to have our stomachs pumped.
I had 911 on speed dial.
Yes.
Liqueur of the Bahamas.
Yeah, so this is Nassau Royale. My mom and dad introduced it to us, as Kelly just read, liqueur of the Bahamas. I think owned by Bacardi nowadays, but you can't get it here. You can only import it, but it's very yummy. Wait, where's Katie? There we go. So cheers, guys. Good to see you. Thanks for coming over.
Thank you. Salud.
And everyone who tuned in, cheers.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that is really nice.
Yeah, see, we ended up something good.
Yeah, that's delicious.
Yeah,
that was very
instead of
good.
an Malort, we had it on Nassau Royale, much better. And now Malort, everybody. All right,
Chase that down.
thanks everybody. Sorry we didn't puke. It wasn't as bad as we thought it would be.
Sorry.
It looked worse, but it was
Sorry,
fun.
sorry.
And with that, we are off to dinner. We're taking them off the beaten path for something fun.
Yeah, and come in and visit me at Trader Sam's.
Yes,
Yes, do that.
Kelly, Trader Sam's. Come visit me, sit at a bar at Trader Sam's. All right, buddy. Thanks. Good to see you all. And come on over to the Polynesian Pop Tiki Collectors Group. That's the tiki group I run. And then when you're not on Facebook, go see Kelly at Trader Sam's. And with that, if I can find my outro, I'll say goodbye. Goodbye.